Hi guys, we're live again. This is Baby. So I'm gonna do a little grooming on Baby. Um, I have not done her tail in so long. It hasn't been washed since last year, and I'm sure this is last time I braided her tail and stuff. And this right here on her birthday was April 16th. So about a month ago, she was out all day on her birthday. That was her birthday present, some free time all day. And yeah, I think she got near one of the boys, and I saw this big chunk like this. And I don't think it came out of the braid here. It could have, maybe, but I think it came probably from up here somewhere. So her tail's going to be a little thinner when we take it out. And I've just been kind of, one, dreading it, and two, now we're just coming into getting warmer weather. I always hate to like wash their tails and stuff when the weather's cold and the water's cold. And I can hook it up to the bathtub in the house to get warm water, but I have to get my hoses out and stuff. And I just figured I'd wait until it got warmer. And partly I've been kind of dreading it because, yeah, I don't even want to try to attempt. I was thinking I might like undo it, but well, maybe I will and just see how bad it is. I've just been dreading it because her tail is so thick. It's such a pain to wash and so hard to comb out and stuff. It's even harder to try to comb out unless it's washed. So when it's dirty, it's just kind of... She did have a different tail wrap on here that I took out and put this one in. So yeah, I guess we can kind of see where this chunk came from. When I first got her, I was so into like doing your tail and keeping your tail really nice because I never had a horse with a tail so pretty. And yeah, but then I was like always working on her tail, then I never really rode. So last year I rode her a lot. And yeah. Ugh. Okay, can we see her tail here? Baby Doodles. She's trying to get in the shade, I think. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough Shoshin to to spray it and comb it out either, I don't think. And it's pretty nice today. It's starting to get a little breezy. The temperature's nice. I just rode Chansey. And yeah, I could probably give her tail a bath today. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if tomorrow is supposed to be a good day or not. And I hope my sound is working okay. Is my sound okay? Yeah, and then tomorrow I think is supposed to be pretty good, I hope. If it is, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But then we get icky weather again. Blah, blah, blah. Yicky weather again for a few days, I think. We've had yicky weather up until today. It's been gloomy and overcast and windy. Really windy. Kind of since Mother's Day. So today's the first day that's been decent. So, yeah, well, so far this part down here might not be too bad to like comb out, but yeah, up here it's kind of tangly. I want to find out where this piece goes to. I'm hoping it came from down here and it just came out. That would be very cool, but I'm kind of scared that it came from up above, which means she's going to have, yeah, a thinner tail. That's a big chunk because, yeah, it goes down here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh. So I don't remember the last time I washed it and did it up. Yeah. Oh, thank you. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm loving this time of year. I'm loving getting out with the horses again. And I've done 2 lives already before this one. One was riding Chansey live and working on a couple things, and the second one was because our live got cut off, so I came back on and then just kind of talked about, I brushed him and talked about some of our goals that we're going to be working on. But in the first one, I mentioned that we got our placings for our second virtual horse show. So, that just makes you want to cry, huh? Look at that big chunk. So, actually, I'm going to save it. Could make a bracelet or something out of it, huh? Send it to my sister. My sister can make me a couple things. So, yeah, so we got our placings for our second virtual horse show. So I only worked on Chansey for this one and did new video. Let me put this over here. I did new video for him. Let me get my show sheen. I did new video for him on Western Pleasure, and there was a new horsemanship pattern. And I did a new Western Pleasure video on him because his first one wasn't that great. It was okay, but I know he can do better. So I wanted to do a new one for a new judge. And Wimpy's was pretty good, so I just used the same one that we did on the first one again, and because his was pretty good, and his was after 4 years off. I pulled him out, and it was our first ride, so that video is already on here. And I just asked if I could use the same one again, and she said yes. So I spent time Chansey and trying to get his better. And that video was the last video before these lives that I did today. So I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's gotten some views, so maybe some of you saw it. I haven't posted our horsemanship video yet, but his horsemanship is better, and that was the second time we've done horsemanship, but we didn't place in the top 10. There were about 23 horses this time, I think, or something like that, 24. And we didn't place in the top 10. I'm not sure where we placed, but I was pretty happy with them. I don't know really that much about horsemanship, so I don't know what they look for. I know a couple things, but I was kind of bummed about that. And I was waiting to see the Western Pleasure. I was kind of curious to see how, hi guys, to see how we did with that. And didn't find out until, I think it was the next day. And I was so nervous, but by then I had already decided that I wasn't going to show anymore for a little bit because look at all these loose hairs. Oh, I always hate this part. I had kind of decided because I found some holes in Chansey, and before I go into that, I'll tell you how we did. Okay, so Wimpy, I used the same video as the first virtual horse show. He got 4th place out of, there were, I think about 22 people, entries in the walk jog, 19 and over. And he got 4th place, which is really good. And Chancey got 5th place. So they got back to back. So I was like really happy with that. Wimpy had a real cute little jog. It's a real true 2-beat. So, and that video is already on here. So if you guys want to watch that, he is so cute. He was a little rusty. We went to the left first, and his head was a little higher than he would normally do. And, but he still looked cute. But when he went to the right, he kind of just fell right back into it and was better to the right. So yeah, he got 4th. He placed ahead of Chancey, which I'm not really surprised because Wimpy is cute. He has like a really, really good jog. And like I said, he has like some lift, and he has a true 2-beat. And it's slow, and he carries his head well. And Chancey has a cute jog too, but when we get started and stuff, he's not totally as tight as he can be. So that's what we were working on. And his video this time was better than the first one, so I was happy about that. But yeah, so I was excited that we got 4th and 5th out of about 22, I think it was, 22 horses. And yeah, I've been talking about on the couple lives earlier, talking about how much harder the virtual shows are than a regular horse show, because the virtual horse show, the judge is watching you the whole time. You start, you can't pick up on them. You know, whereas a regular horse show, you'd be able to, if the judge wasn't watching, pick up on them and, get them a little more lifted or whatever you needed to correct. And if you do that in the video, the judge is going to see it. So then you have to start all over again. And it was just getting frustrating, trying to make it perfect and get a good video to turn in. So yeah, after this last one, I just was like, no, you know what? I see some things that we need to work on for Chancey. And Wimpy's pretty much retired, so I might start riding him again, but he's pretty much retired. And so, yeah. Today, that's what we worked on. We worked on some of our holes. Saw some holes that we've had. We've had them for a while, but if I do want to get him better, when I got Wimpy, I rode him all the time. I rode him all the time. I got him back in 2005. That's my little Appy. I rode him almost every day. And I showed him after a year of having him. Showed him in Walk Jog Western Pleasure. And we got second place in our first show out of 20-some in the class. I'd have to go back and look. It was a really big class. I was like so surprised, and did a couple more shows that year. And then in 2007 and 2008, we did all the shows across the street. We went from the walk jog to the loping classes too. And we did some horsemanship too, but I didn't really know. That was like my least favorite class. But if you wanted to be eligible for the, the year-end stuff, you had to do certain classes. There were 5 classes that you had to do, I think. I think it was showmanship, horsemanship, trail, which I don't like trail either, and Western Pleasure. And it seemed like there was like one other class. Okay, so that's not too bad. We're getting some loose hairs because I'm not pulling anything. It's like there's just loose hairs from it just being done up for so long. Um, I always hate that. um, so, yeah, let me get my lead rope. Yeah, her tail is so thick. I like to kind of keep the part that I've brushed kind of out of the way. So, yeah, so the first year in 2007 that we did our loping classes, we ended up getting reserve grand champion in two different associations. So we did probably 12 shows that year, and I rode him pretty much every day. And yeah, I got his little jog where he just gets on automatic pilot. You know, when I first got him, his jog was faster, and he had his head up. And I do have video of that, but it's like it wasn't digital back then, so I need to see if I can find a way to like get it like on my computer somehow, because that would be kind of fun to see. So yeah, so far this isn't too bad. It's not really tangly, but she does have some loose hairs that are coming out. So yeah, it's like I taught him how to get his head, you know, drop his head where it was level, and to go slow. And he just got to where he just like lock in, and he was like always so consistent and so good. I think that's why we did so well. I never did really finish his lope, but we did decent. You know, not too bad. And then the next year, 2008, second year doing our loping classes, we got grand champion in both associations. So that was kind of neat. Me and him have had good times, and we started to show in 2009, did the first show, and then decided not to. And then 2010, I decided I was going to compete in bodybuilding again and did that. And yeah, kind of got away from my horses just a little bit, other than feeding them and stuff. Not really riding a whole lot. And anyway, then in 2016, I took Wimpy out again after sitting. So he had a couple days before the show. It was a real horse show. And yeah, we won some stuff then. But yeah, he likes being retired. So he has sat until then, until this first virtual horse show. He last time he was out 2016 when I showed him. So he is such a good sport. And actually, this really isn't that bad. Really not that many tangles. There's a few here and there. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And this will be good to kind of have it combed out. I don't know if I want to get too much up into here until it's washed. So it'll be easier to comb out. Maybe I can. Now maybe this will separate. This wouldn't separate at first. So one good thing about her tail is that it's so thick that if she loses some hairs, it's not that bad. I was like in the beginning always so careful because her tail was just so pretty. And it took me a year or two. Is anybody here? It took me a year or two to realize that I was spending more time on her tail than I was doing anything with her riding wise and stuff. I mean, I did a little bit, but yeah, but it was started stressing me out too, having her tail stuff. And one summer, I think I even let it just be down instead of trying to keep it braided. And another good thing too is, like, you know, if you show Western pleasure, is somebody here? Somebody say something? Hi, James. I I don't know how much she weighs. She's pretty average, I think. I don't know, maybe 1,000 pounds, maybe, is what I would guess. I think that's pretty average weight. And she's such a good girl. My Appy that I was just talking about, he just turned 23. May 6th. He turned 23. And this girl, her birthday was April 16th. I think she's a year or two behind my Appy, which I would have to look at her papers. So she's about 21 or 22. I think she was 18 when I got her. And I've had her almost 4 years, so that would make her 22, I think. Right? I think she was 18. She was 17 or 18. But I think she was 18. So actually, yeah, I don't want to get up into there too much. I just want to do this bottom part and kind of rebraid it until I can get it washed better. So yeah, because her tail is like so much easier to comb out once it's cleaner. You can see, I don't know if you can see the dirt. She has some dirt in it, so we're kind of getting some of that dirt out. So I've been dreading it. So once I get going, it's not that bad, but I'm sure I'll feel better after I get it done and rebraided. I feel like I have a little more time before I can wash it, but it's supposed to get nasty after tomorrow, I think. It gets windy again on Sunday, and then overcast, and then I don't know if we're going to get rain or not. So yeah, I just wanted to come on live and do this live and just chit chat. Hi, Susan. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you here. This is our third live today so far. Yeah, I was just wanted to do this and do it live because the last time I did it was probably, well, I think I showed her in August, maybe. And so she had to have it down for the show. And then, yeah, so I probably did it up around, I think I left it down for a little while, so I probably like braided it, washed it and braided it up Octoberish before it got real cold. And then, yeah, it's been braided ever since. So, yeah, it's kind of, once I get it all braided, I'll put it down and see if it's grown. Actually, let's see if it's grown. Oh, she just rested. I think I had cut it before. Oh shoot. I know, us too. Yes, I'm doing good too. Yeah, this is our first nice day since last week. Mother's Day. It's been really windy ever since then. Overcast and no sun, windy every day until today. This is our first nice day. So, Chancey's been off riding since Saturday, so almost a week. So we got a little riding done today. We worked on some things and yeah, just did a live with him and just got done with that. And I've been needing to do her tail and just been dreading it. Because it's just now starting to get, today would have been a good day to probably wash it, but because it's so late, it's like, ugh, I'll wait until our next nice day. I don't know if we're going to have a nice day tomorrow. I think it's maybe supposed to be decent tomorrow, and then we get yucky weather. How about you guys? Are you going to have some nice days in a row now after today? Or is it going to go back to being icky? I just love days like today. It's like the sun just like makes you feel so happy. And I get depressed now. I never really realized that when I was younger, but now being here in Nevada, I think it's maybe a Nevada thing too, because we usually have like a lot of sunny days, blue skies and sunny days. And I never noticed until after I got here that when we get like, a few days like in the wintertime, like when it snowed and stuff, and it was like, overcast and cold, I would get depressed. Oh wow, you're so lucky. Yeah, supposedly, and hopefully it can change. Supposedly, Sunday's supposed to get windy again, and then kind of icky. So I'm hoping that kind of changes. We get some more nice days. Because I had a really good ride today. I felt really good about our ride. It was probably boring to watch, but I had my mic on, and hopefully the internet didn't cut out while I was riding, because I was kind of talking, and it was kind of good for me to be talking up on him because I usually don't do that with him. And he was actually a pretty good boy, and I was talking about the things that we were working on and stuff. Yeah, so this hasn't been too bad, but I'm not going to get up into here because I can tell there's like, yeah, which I probably should, because it's like I'm getting all these hairs out. I feel so bad. Look at all these hairs. Ugh. But the good thing about Western Pleasure is when you show at the horse shows, you can put a fake tail in if they need it. Although, yeah, she hasn't needed it, but I know her tail's not as thick as when I first got her. But it's still pretty thick, and it's still pretty, especially when it's clean. It's a little dirty right now. I'll be curious to see what it looks like after I get it all combed out. I only have, just a little bit more. this section is like all together. I'll see if I can work on it and then get it separated to get it combed out. So what is your temperature there, Susan? I'm not sure what ours is supposed to be today. Oh, thank you. She does. It was like really, really pretty when I first got her. And still, hers is thicker than anybody's that I have. What I like about hers is that it's like thick all the way down. You know, most horses, their tails kind of taper, so then when you braid it, it gets skinny at the end. But hers is thick. It's like pretty much the same thickness all the way down. So, yeah, I think today is like, I would guess probably, oh, okay. So that's not too bad, huh? Nice. We're probably about the same. Maybe, I know, last week, yeah, we had some pretty warm days. Me too. I have such thin hair. Fine hair. It's fine, and then yeah, it's not real thick. I don't have a lot of hair. My sister does. My sister has really thick hair. She has hair like this. I have hair like Romeo's tail and Mousie's tail. Yeah, my hair is too. It's very fine. That was my daddy's hair was fine, and my mom's hair was. Oh, are you going poops? Don't show your butt. My mom's hair was, I think, coarser and thicker. So my sister got my mom's hair, and I got my dad's hair. So, yay, I'm kind of feeling a little better, even though we lost some hairs. I'm feeling better kind of getting this done, getting it kind of done up again so it's not too bad until I can wash it. I've just been dreading this so much. So, Susan, are you still on lockdown, or what's going on with your to the gym, or do you go to the gym, or do you usually just work out at home anyway? I know it's been like, I think 2 months today since I've been in the gym. I think it was about March 15th, I think. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think we're starting to too. I haven't really been watching. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure about that, but I thought that's what you did. Yeah, I think we're moving into phasing into certain things. So I'm not sure when the gyms are going to open back up. I've kind of been having fun at home though. I have one online person that we started off with Skype and then ended up just doing workouts through Messenger. So I still have one of my clients that does that. And I wouldn't mind getting a couple more people that did that. And I do have my home gym set up, and I need to get back to that. The horse shows kind of took me away from that. I was starting to get on a roll, and I don't think I've worked out since the last live that I did on my other channel, which is not good. I've done cardio though. I have done my Stairmaster, but I haven't done the weights. But what I was thinking of doing something, trying something new with that. And that would be silent workouts. But doing it more often. Just getting on, going in the gym, and me just working out with, because once I start acting, it's like it just it makes the workout so long, and yeah, I rest too long and I get distracted. So I was thinking of like maybe an early morning time. Thank you for the thumbs up. An early morning time. And this is going to take some commitment on my part. But I was thinking it like, I don't know. I was thinking of, yeah, just getting up and going in my gym, setting up my phone to do a live and making it a live workout, but just letting people know that it's just going to be live. So it would just be me, like how I would like work out by myself without anybody, without really communicating, interacting, I should say, to just get in there and just stop myself from interacting if somebody comments, because it's hard when you see somebody like comments, I want to respond back, but not feel like I have to talk about anything, and yeah, just do it that way. Just do a silent workout, and then that way I think I would go in and like work out more, and then just have it live, and then maybe chit chat a little bit at the end or something like that. Like early in the morning, like, I don't know. I was thinking 5, but that's pretty early. My morning would be your afternoon. Would that work for you, or how would that work? That would work? Okay. So what time is 5 for you? 5 a.m. I always forget. Between you and Vic, I know you guys have different times. I always forget. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. might be a little bit too. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, okay. It would be 9 for you. Oh, okay. So you're 4 hours ahead. Yeah. So I'd have to really commit to do 5. So would 9 be okay for you? Or like if I did 6 or 7? And anybody else that would want to come that's on here, that would want to go to my other channel, I'm talking about my fitness channel, maybe doing some live morning workouts. Yeah, because in that way, that might get me into a routine. And then we can chit chat after if we wanted to, if anybody wanted to. Because you know what I find I do too? When nobody's talking to me, I feel obligated to talk to make it more interesting. So I start rambling. And then I just, like, before I know it, I've just rambled. And yeah, so I thought if I let it know, those things that you see on Facebook, the signs that people have like a picture and they have a sign and it'll say something. I think I'll start the videos that way. I'll have my sign already made up. It'll say silent workouts. And, um, you know, I want it to be silent so I can really get into the phase that I get into when I work out. And oh, her tail still looks good, doesn't it? Can you see her tail? Let me scoot her butt over a little bit. Oh, I feel so much better getting this done. Can you guys see it? Again, I don't think you can see the bottom of it. Let me move this so you can see the bottom of it. Whoops. The sun's in my eyes. I can't see it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, her tail still looks good. Okay, good. Yay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, 7 would be better. That makes it 11. Okay. I would just have to make sure I tell Pete to, like, yeah, be quiet. Scoot over. Scoot your butt. Scoot your butt. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your tail still looks really pretty. Okay. I feel better that I went ahead and did this. Can you see it? Oops. Wait. Okay. So I didn't really get up into this part that much, but I think I did enough to where it should be okay until we get another nice day. I don't know if tomorrow's going to be, there's some dirt. I don't know if tomorrow's going to be nice enough to wash it, so it might have to be next week or whenever the weather gets nice and it gets warm again, because we've had some like 80-degree days so far, here and there, not all the time. Our weather, our temperature fluctuates so much. I mean, it can be 80 one day and then be like high 50s the next day. So, okay, yay. Wouldn't you love to have hair like this? Wouldn't that be so neat? It'd be a pain to like take care of, but okay, let's see how much it's grown. So I'm gonna aim this down. Okay, so I can't remember exactly where I cut it last time. I usually cut it at the fetlocks. So when I showed her in August, I think it was. Yeah. Okay. And I usually cut it at the fetlock right there. The fetlock joint there, or thingamajig. So yeah, so it's grown. It's grown that much. Can you guys see it? So it's grown about that much. Where my fingers are. Oh, whoops. Where my fingers are. That's how much it's grown. So, yay. Okay. Yeah, and this is like, looks like it's like sun bleached here on the ends. So yeah, once it gets warmer again, I'll take better care of it and do it more often. It's just so hard when it gets, during the winter time and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit because I'm gonna braid it. So I still have her little thingamajiggies. I'm gonna braid it up again. She's such a good girl and so patient. She's so patient. Imagine having a tail like this and then like a horse that wouldn't stand still. I dread it now as it is, but imagine having one that wouldn't stand still. That would be such a pain in the neck. So, okay. Yay. So this will be a relief knowing that I got a good part of it brushed out. So then when I go to wash it, it won't be as big of a deal. So I kind of like at the top, make it looser at the top. And let's see, her tailbone's right there. So I kind of make it a little looser around like where her tailbone is, because that way, when she swings it, it's not tight and it doesn't pull. Because we're starting to get flies and stuff like that. So, yeah, she swishes her tail more during the warmer weather than she does for winter. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, because I think if you get it tight and then they swish, and I think it like pulls hairs and it kind of either tickles or hurts. So I always try to make it loose at the top, and then I tighten it up as I come down. Make it tighter. And it's kind of hard because there's straggly hairs as I'm coming down. So I'm trying to get it tight now. So I remember the first time, when I first got her, the first time I took out her, she had, I used tail bags, but she had a tail wrap in. And her tail, I couldn't believe how thick it was. I've never had a horse that had such a thick tail. So, and when I like undid it and then rebraided it, I couldn't believe, like, I don't know, can you see how thick this is? And it goes thick all the way down. Like about this time, all my other horses' tails, it's like starting to get, the braid gets skinnier and skinnier and it comes to a point. Hers doesn't. Shoot, I probably should have cut some off. Should I cut it off, or should I just let it keep growing? Maybe I'll leave it until I wash it. Yeah, so such a pretty tail. I don't know if anybody's like commented. I haven't been checking, but look at that tail. Can you guys see that tail? Okay, so put a couple of these on. I think I need to get new thingies. This one's kind of, well, I might use this one. I might put 3 of them on this time, because like I said, she's starting to swish her tail more. So when she swishes, sometimes these things fall out. And then her braid comes undone. So, and since I got it fairly good brushed out, yeah. Okay, let me turn this way so I can see. I'm going to, get one more, see her tailbone. Her tailbone's right here, so see how this is loose up here? So when she swishes, it doesn't really, it's not tight and it doesn't pull. So, okay, scoot your butt over. Good girl. Okay, so I'm going to get one more little, I guess these aren't scrunchies. I'm not sure what you call these. But they're, I've had them for a while, but it's like, yeah, when you pull on them, they're kind of, I think, losing some of the stretch. So I need to get some more of these. And I guess we'll put the same tail bag back on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna see if anybody said anything lately here. Um, okay, okay, good. Um, okay, so I think just put this one back on, or all the other ones are in the tack room, so I'll just use this one. I'll just use this one. So I feel relieved getting at least most of it combed out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put it like, maybe like right here. Right here. And I'm just gonna tie it in a, let's kind of shake it down. Okay, there. I'm just gonna tie it in a little bow, because the last one she had on, it had been on so long the knot got tight and I could not get it undone, so I had to cut it. So tie a little bow like so, and there we go. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll go ahead and brush her now. I wanted to get that done first, because after I brushed her, if I would have brushed her first, I would have probably said, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. So I wanted to get that done first and get that out of the way. So yeah. Oh, she's a little dirty. So they're, let me see. They're mostly all shut out, but oh no, she still has some. She still has some longer hairs. Her neck's shed out pretty good. Chansey too. I think Chansey has a few longer hairs too, kind of on their bodies. So we'll do a little bit of shedding right here. And oh, she might have some on her butt too. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. Today is like, this is like a really thin shirt. So it would be like a, probably tank top day today. T-shirt or tank top. Yesterday was so cold because of the wind. So yeah, this has to feel good to get this extra hair out. Yeah, I'll bring you guys closer. You want to come closer to my little girl? There we go. Okay. There, can you see better? Just don't look at my wrinkles. Okay. Okay, you take care. Thank you for stopping by. It's good over, baby. Good girl. Okay. Are we still on camera? Okay. Ooh, look at all that right there. Don't show your butt. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna finish brushing her and end our live in just a little bit. So yeah, when I originally started this channel, well, I started it a long time ago, but I changed the name of it to Life with Horses TV. And my original thought was just to do like live videos like this of just horse things, so people could just come and watch, grooming and riding and stuff like that. So it's kind of what I did today. You got to see me ride Chansey and what we did for our session, because when I just post videos, I try to pick the the better parts. And yeah, with the lives, you get to see the whole ride. And this part's not fun when it flies off in your mouth. And she's getting really close to the camera. Okay. Yeah, because it was going to be just to do stuff like this, just to video of just simple things that you do with your horses that horse people like to watch, and even people that don't have horses, that like horses, that don't get to be around horses, get a look like what it's like owning horses and taking care of horses. So yeah, it was going to be just about things like this and all things about horses and doing lives. But I ended up doing more pre-recorded videos, which is fun too, I guess, huh? And her little face, she has a dirty little face. Dirty little faces. Oh my goodness. So dirty. So dirty. She's such a good girl. She's a little sweetheart girl. Yeah, she's opposite of Chansey. With him, he's sticky, wanting to walk off. And so we kind of worked on that a little bit today. And that's something that I want to get better with him, is when he's standing still and then walking off, not taking like a few little taps to get him to walk. I want to say walk, and then within like a second or so, I want him to step off. Now she's better at just like walking off. He's not. So I talked a lot about that in our live from today. So I think I'm going to maybe try the lives for a little bit, maybe like I did today. And or maybe pick certain days to do lives, like live lungings, which I've done last year. I think it was last year. I did live lungings and 1 or 2 live ridings. But I thought it would be kind of fun maybe to try to do some more of those. And just see how that goes. It's easier because you don't really have to edit anything, but they can be long, like this one. This one I didn't even pay attention. Like, what are we at time-wise? Oh yeah, we're almost at an hour because I just start rambling. But it would be like if you were like here hanging out with me as my friend, we would be sitting here and I'd be talking about probably the same kind of stuff. And we'd be chit-chatting while I'm grooming my horse. So, let's scoot your butt over. Scoot your butt. Scoot your butt. Okay, come on. Scoot your butt over. Okay, good girl. Good girl. No, we're almost done. I know you were so patient. You're so patient getting your tail done. I'm so glad we had that done at least for a little bit. And just like last week, I combed out her mane, and it looks a mess already. But see how long her mane is? I've let her mane grow and haven't cut it. I almost cut it a couple weeks ago, and then I didn't. So yeah, because it's like, it looks, yeah, I just combed it all out. It just looks kind of, I don't know. Can you guys see it? You guys might not be able to see it. Let me bring you guys over there. So, yeah, it looked really pretty when I got it combed out. Let's see. Oh, baby girl. Yeah, but it's kind of looking a little straggly. Probably from all the wind that we've had the last, gosh, it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days. And then today's Friday. First day we didn't have wind. So yeah, the wind just blows it and it gets tangled and it looks straggly. When I first had it combed out, I think I took pictures of it actually when I first did it. It does look pretty. Look how long it is. So I was tempted. I almost wanted to cut it like to there. So see, like, yeah, like that much off. But I'll keep it longer, just a little bit longer. I should probably do it and then braid it. But I did that with one of my horses one time. And I braided it and he had rubbed it and it took the whole chunk out, the whole braid. So, yeah. I'm going to save her mane for another day because it's starting to get windy now anyway. And she's been such a good girl getting her tail done and everything. I know she wants to be done. I kind of do too. So since it's windy today, it wouldn't do any good to brush it because it'd just get all tangled anyway. So yeah. So at least she got curried and brushed and got her little face brushed. Yeah, the dirty little face. Dirty little face. Yeah, there to go. I need to get a rag. What rag? Oh, wipe it off. You're such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. So sweet. Yes, you are. You're so sweet. Such a good girl. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? We didn't do your neck under here. Let's go to dirty neck. Dirty neck. Okay. Good girl. All right, guys. We're at a little over an hour. Anybody watching? Is there like certain days that would be good for live videos? Like live riding videos? Or grooming? Or is there anything that you want to see live? Lunging. I need to do lunging too. I wonder, I'm going to go ahead and end this one because it's already at an hour. It's going to take a while for it to process. Yeah, I'm going to check the time too, and I might come back on and, depending on the time, and maybe do a live lunging session from her. So it's been a couple weeks since she's been lunged. I've ridden her since then, but it's been about a week since she's been ridden. So it's probably too late in the day. I'm kind of tired being out here. Too tired to ride. might do a lunging video with her, a live. Would you guys want to see a live lunging video with baby doodles? She's like, no, 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 I don't want to lunge. She just wants a snack. Usually whenever I get any of them out, whatever we do, whether it's just a grooming or lunging or riding or whatever, it's like whenever they're done, they always get like a little, probably like a half a flake of hay or so, a third of a flake. So they always get like a little snack for being good for coming out. So I'm sure she much rather have that now than like do some work. Huh. And actually, while I have her here, I'm gonna check her boobies. Is that okay with you guys? I'm gonna check her boobies because they kind of get crusty, and when they get too crusty, then they get itchy and they rub their tails and stuff. And I have some videos on that too. I think one of them is called like 9 Tips to a Beautiful Tail or something like that. Yeah, she's actually not too bad because I did hers a couple weeks ago, I guess. But they get crusties like in between their boobies especially, and on their boobies. But I think it's the in between their boobies that is probably the part that is the most uncomfortable, because you know when they walk, if it rubs, then it kind of makes them itchy and stuff. So she doesn't really have that much in between her boobies. She has more, scoot over, on her boobies, because I just did them not too long ago. Good girl. Good girl. Whoa. Yeah, I always stand, you know, kind of back, because they can kind of kick, and they can kick out to the side. And I always put like a hand up here, or try to touch them with my other hand, so you know you can kind of feel if they're gonna move or do something. So, and she's always a pretty good girl anyway. And actually Star is a pretty good girl too, but you never know sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, she has a little bit of crusties on her boobies. Yeah, she's pretty clean in between. She did, like the first time I did it, not too long ago. So I always forget during the winter time. Yeah, she had some good crusties in between her boobies. She's pretty good now. And yeah, I always do her coochie because she gets she's older, so she has little wrinkles, and she gets little pieces in there. And if I don't kind of keep that cleaned out too, it gets itchy, and then she wants to rub up here, and they rub up here too if their boobies. And same with the gelding. If the gelding gets, you know, stuff up in there, I call it their wee-wee holder. If they get stuff up there, it gets itchy and stuff, and they rub their tails. And to keep them from rubbing this part is, I think, the secret to having a thicker tail, because when this part can continue to like grow down, it just makes it thicker. And Chansey's, so far so good. His has been good for, I think even last year it was pretty good. His has gotten a lot longer here, but I have videos of his tail where he would rub and it would be like really short right here, you know, just like little stubbles, and then it would be kind of like all gone. Well, not all gone, but because he like lost some of the length here, it's just short. You know, it's kind of like taking taken some of this away, it was like, you know, skinny right here because he, you know, rubbed and like, yeah, just lost some of the thickness here. You know, it takes a while to, I think I heard somewhere it takes I want to say a couple years for it, you know, a hair to grow all the way out. I don't know if it's, I think it was 2 years, which that's a long time. So the trick is to keep them from wanting to rub up here. And so far, I think with Chansey, I don't know exactly what it could be, but he didn't get scratches last year either. So the 2 years before, I think it was the 2 years before this past year, because it was usually October-ish. And this past October, he didn't get any scratches, and I think it's a combination maybe of MTG. So it, well, not for the scratches, but for his rubbing. MTG on his tail, here and there. And I think probably one of the biggest things was I cut back on his alfalfa. Because I read that somewhere, and I posted it on Life with Horses TV Facebook page. I posted that article, and it should be fairly close to the top if you go there and scroll down. If I remember correctly, it had talked about alfalfa and it causing too much can cause scratches. And I can back and still give him alfalfa, but give him more grass than what he was getting. And I think that might have like kept him from getting scratches. And it's also kept this really nice too. And he usually gets stuff here, and which he did a little bit last year. And a lot of times it like goes up here and it's like itchy for him. I don't know if it's like dermatitis or what it is, but yeah, he didn't really get that bad either. So it could be just that the alfalfa was like maybe too rich for him, or made him too hot or something, and made him like more itchy and like somehow caused the scratches. I don't know, but yeah, he didn't get any last year, so yay. So yeah, so his tail, he really needs his wee-wee clean too. It's kind of dirty, so yeah, once it gets a little warmer. And then for him, I usually have to hook up the hose to the bathtub so he has warm water too. Otherwise, he does not like it. So I don't blame him. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. And I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. And I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.